ninth in the top 5. Your very existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will get the first swing of the game. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Bring in the heat. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Gets it out fast. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's got the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Back to throw, it's Sullivan. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Breaks the tackle. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. The Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Parker. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. The give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. And the Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. The give from the gun.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Marches ahead. Touchdown, Iowa! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The best running backs are the guys that can just snip out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul in Oxford who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Akron. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Quickly complete. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Runs through a tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Sullivan. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it on the outside. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Tuggle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. First play in the period will be a second down. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Get it out on the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Stewart. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got him downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Rides the back and leaves it. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Sullivan. Makes the grab on the back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smothers. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Looking to pass. It's Sullivan. Got a man. It's Tuggle.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And he missed missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fleming. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside the 10, here he comes. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Iowa City. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out.
And the Hawkeyes will boot it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Power football with the run. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it smothers. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Catch in the middle. It's Fleming.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Caught behind the line. It's Stewart. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Back to throw. It's Underwood. He's got the back in the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run the screen. Touchdown, Wolverines! And that one will give them the lead.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week. They still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over Hawaii.
To the air on first down.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Got the back over the middle. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. And the Hawkeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Finds his back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on second down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's cut. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
Yeah, and it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, get them in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go put your name in those record books.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. All kinds of time before he fires right. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Off play action on 1st down. Pulls it in. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Underwood. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Fleming. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football. I got the lead. The clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So here comes the Michigan offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, David.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead. Put a drive together here and build on that lead.
And he's brought down after a nice game. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Looking for space. It smothers.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. They'll try the run. Nice move there. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went.
Touchdown, Michigan! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 18 to Hawaii.
Give to the back.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sullivan. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. With the catch, it's Tuggle. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Hands it off. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Gets open down the middle. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. To throw, it's Sullivan. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Hold on.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Fleming. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his big tight end. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. To the air, it's Sullivan. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here's a heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On the ground, it's Smothers. And they'll find their way back to the line of scrimmage, and now it's time to find their way back to the locker room as this game is over. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that we're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.